To the father I never met. I sit down and I wonder sometimes, was it my fault that I came into this world to a one-sided situation? Instead of saying heads or tails, it was one of those where no matter what, I was going to get mother's love. But a father was never going to be there to show me how and why. Just because my father wasn't there, does that mean that I don't know what a man is? Maybe. I find myself thinking sometimes, and not always, what my life could have been if there would have been my maker to show me how to treat a woman, to guide me how to raise a child. But instead, those are the things and qualities I had to find for myself, and I gave it my all. That I did. I can literally say it was blood, sweat, and tears, getting up every single day knowing that that's my why. That I could, I can, I will survive. I cannot stop. When I saw those smiles, those little hands in mine, I knew right then that I had to provide and I could not fail. And for what? To resort back to knowing that I only have one parent, and when I became an adult, the parent that I confided in, that I always leaned in, that I always needed, to turn around and say, stay out of my life. You see, with my mother, she say jump, I say how high. I never once questioned why I had to do what I had to do when she told me to do it. To just turn around and leave me without saying goodbye, that didn't make sense. But I always looked for guidance of a father figure, and I could never find it. So when I looked into the mirror, I said to myself, you gotta be your own dad. You gotta be your own father. I didn't know that becoming a father was gonna be a pain that I was going to have to learn to endure day in and day out. A pain that is like a scar, that it's open, that every time it's about to heal, it has to crack open again, and now you pour alcohol into a wound that will never close. I had to become a father to learn how to love, not knowing how, and I tried my best to give everything 110. So that way the oldest group of children can turn around and say, I hear what you say, but I'm going to live my life. Failure after failure after failure. I had to swallow my pride. I didn't know that being a father, you have to learn to teach yourself how to survive. I gave it my best. I did. I tried to protect. I did. I tried to advise. I did. And never once of all of that did I ever live in regret. But the pain, let me tell you, the pain is something that I still cannot comprehend. Why does it hurt so bad? Why? I remember the first time I heard that word, dad. At that moment in time when I first came across that being directed towards me, I felt that I wasn't enough. And now my children proved to me that enough was not enough. So the best advice I could give for the up and coming fathers is, when you think enough is enough, don't stop, keep going forward. Because there'll only be more to give. It doesn't matter how silent you turn. It doesn't matter what happens, how many bridges burn. You gotta stay on top of it. You cannot stop. You cannot fail. The only time that I guess I will get the good job, I'm proud of you, I love you, Dad, is when I find myself in a pine box. Then, only then, if I'm lucky, family and friends will show up and say, what a wonderful man this person was. I learned a lot. But for however many years I got on this rock, all I can say is, where were you when I needed that support? Happy Father's Day.